Right, so going on. Now it shows here. Let me see something. Sorry. Judges chapter 21, verse 13. And the whole congregation sent some to speak to the children of Benjamin. So after that, they stole the daughters from Jabesh Gilead. They killed them, the Manassites. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Jabesh Gilead, so who was living in Jabesh Gilead? Well, if you go through these scriptures, now it says here, Numbers chapter 26, verse 29. Of the sons of Manasseh, of Machir, the family of the Machirites, and Machir begat Gilead. So Gilead is a son of Manasseh through Machir, or you might say Machir, I don't know. And of Gilead come the family of the Gileadites. So where was that? That's here. Gileadites. Gilead. Ramoth Gilead, Jabesh Gilead, and all that type of stuff, right? So going back to over here. What's this, Hebrew? Okay. So the Gileadites. So let me see something. Okay, I'll read this afterward. 1 Chronicles 7 and 14. The sons of Manasseh, Asriel. In another verse, it's spelled different. Whom she bare, his wife. Manasseh, his wife. Asriel, whom she bare? Yeah, it's spelled different in another verse. But his concubine, the Arameans, bare Machir, the father of Gilead. So, this was his firstborn. Wait, it's another, wait. Son of Manasseh, Asriel here. Yeah, that one, and then there's another one. I think it's like this. You know what? I think I have it somewhere here written. Damn, I think. Let me see. No, I don't. Oh man. Alright, dan asli ya. Wow. Maybe it's spelled like this then? No? Here, this one. But look, there's another verse that I think it's this one. Sorry, got it. See? Yeah, here. I'll show you if I here. Numbers 26. Yeah, it's number 26. But what was his name again? Sorry, Manasseh. And here it is. Let me see. Numbers 26. Let me just get it there because this is confusing. Numbers 26. Let me write it down in my. I'll write it later. So, okay, you had Manasseh, Numbers 26. Of the sons of Manasseh, Numbers 26 and 29. Of the sons of Manasseh, of Machir, the family of the Machirites, and Machir begat Gilead. Of Gilead come the family of the Gileadites. These are the sons of Gilead: Jazer, cked, and Asriel. See, they spelled it different. And Azrael. And of Azrael, which is one of the sons of him also. So Gilead had children, Azrael had children, Shemida had children, sorry, and Zelophehad had also children, and he's also of Manasseh. So remember that. Remember Zelophehad, right? Okay. So 1 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. The sons of Manasseh, Azrael, whom she bare, but his concubine, this is a son, and his wife bared him, the Israelite wife. But his concubine, the Arameans, bare Machir, the father of Gilead. So Machir, his mother, was Aram, and where were they from? Here. You had Geshur, and you had Maacah. King David had children with the king of Geshur. Now these are the Aram Geshurites, the Shems. I should say Shem. These are the Shem Geshurites, and you had also the sorry, right. And you had also the Hamite Geshurites, which is mentioned in Joshua 13. There are two Geshurites, spelled exactly the same. But you would see through the scriptures that it is another nation, because King David killed them. We killed these one too, these Shemites, but we had kind of friendly relations with them in some, certain points in time. Right, so, and these are the children of here mentioned here, the children of Nahor. 1 Chronicles chapter 1, and also you can see here Nahor. Joshua 24:2, and Joshua said unto all the people, Thus saith Yahweh, the power of Israel, your fathers dwelt on the other side of the flood in old time, which is Mesopotamia, even Terah, the father of Abraham, and the father of Nahor, and they served other gods. They did that. They did do that. The other side of the flood is Mesopotamia, which means it actually means land between rivers. Maybe here? Here. Mesopotamia, the land between rivers. It's not really modern day Iraq. Yeah, it's in that area. It's in that area actually. Yeah. Mesopotamia. Yeah. Right. So going on. 1 Chronicles chapter 1 verse 24. Shem, Arphaxad, Shelah, Eber, which is where Hebrew comes from. Ibar. Peleg, so he's an Ibar also. Reu, he's an Ibar also. Seir, he's one. Nahor, he's one too. Terah, the father of Abraham. But his father's name was Nahor, sorry. And Terah also got a son that he also called Nahor, by the way. Abram, the same as Abraham. The sons of Abraham, Isaac and Ishmael. Here come the Ishmaelites. But anyway, from here to here, the Ishmaelites. Jump into verse 34. Yeah, you already know this. But here, it says that Nahor and Terah, which is Genesis 11, actually. Let me get that. No, it's right here. Genesis 11. Here. As you can see, Nahor lived, and then he begot Terah, and Terah lived, and then Terah begot Abraham, Nahor, and Haran. Haran is also a place, but it's also the name of Abraham's brother. So these two brothers are the only ones that survived. Well, mentioned, I should say. Mentioningly survived after their father, Terah, and their grandfather, Nahor. So, now, in Genesis... Okay, so here, it shows you that Nahor is Eber. Terah is also Eber. Therefore, the three sons that come from Terah, which is Abraham, Nahor, and Haran, all of them are Ebers. You could say Hebrew. They wouldn't call that, but we know that they are, right? But then again, we're Israelites, and Esau is an Edomite, the father of the Edomite nation, and Israel is the father of the Israelite nation. So just because you have the same father doesn't mean that you are of the same, you are of the same bloodline. But the chosen bloodline, the Heavenly Father decides where it goes. That's one part. Second, it doesn't mean that you are of the same nation. Even though technically they are, not technically, physically, if you was to think about it without the Spirit, you would look at them like, wait a minute, aren't you two the same people? Aren't you two, you have the same mother, you have the same father. How can there be a distinguish in your bloodline? That's the Lord did that. You know? It's the same thing as Ishmael. Isn't he supposed to be the same thing as us? He's not. He's a whole different, well, he is the same bloodline, but he's a whole different nation. He is the bloodline of Abraham also, but he's a different nation. And Esau is the same bloodline as Abraham also, and even Isaac. Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, but he's a different nation. He became a different nation. Two nations shall be separated from one another. Here, same thing how Ishmael is separated from Isaac. Same thing how Jacob is separated from Esau. Right. So it says here, Genesis 25:23. And Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So they're separated. Same way as how, if you don't know what separated is, because a lot of people be thinking we should all getting together and hold hands and go into the Bible scriptures and, love one another. So God so loved the world. God loved the world. John 3:15. Yeah, right. So separated means to no. Definition. Forming or view as a unit apart. What? Okay, wait. Cause to move apart. Divide, that's it. Basically divide. Split. That's it. Split from the bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Who came first? Esau. Then came his brother out, Jacob. So Esau is going to be a servant, but he isn't now. He's walking around with his big pointy witch nose in the air. Let me see. The book of Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen servants upon horses, which is in the power seat, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. That's us right now, and that's him. He's the servant. He's supposed to serve us. He isn't. He's on that horse. That's how you see Stephen. Who's that nigger on that horse? Stephen, what's it, 12 years? No, it wasn't 12 years. It was Django, I think. Who's that nigger on that gnat? He didn't say horse, he said gnat. Right. Who's that nigger? Gnat. You can't find it? On that neck. Who's that nigger on that neck? Can't find it? You don't want to show it? Doesn't somebody have it clipped or something? His face is funny. His face is funny. His face is funny. He looked like an angry slave. He looked like an angry house Negro slave, bro. No, that doesn't mean Daily Motion.
What's the matter? Why you so ornery? You miss me? Huh? Oh, yes, sir. I miss you like a home.
This movie is historically correct. Well, at least that sentence, because Jake didn't kill no Edomites, but the way he that's historically correct. I sure missed you, master.
This is another cheeky black bugger like yourself, Stephen. Stephen, this here's Django. You ought to hate each other. Calvin, just who the hell is this nigga you feels the need to entertain? Django and his friend in gray here, Dr. Schultz, are customers. And they are our guests, Stephen. What? And you old decrepit bastard ought to show them every hospitality. You understand that? Yes, sir. Him, I understand. Who this nigga up on that name?
So you gotta laugh at these house Negroes sometimes, man. So they real funny. They're real funny. I would love for them to be set on fire, but they're still funny. They're still funny. You know, it's just the stupidity that. It's just the stupidity that gets me. Like that shit is stupid. It's stupidly funny, you know. But yeah. Anyway, I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. Around this time, he said it. You know, it's funny as hell. I need to watch this movie again, man. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, better not. You know what I'm saying? Trying to kill people. Anyway, so that's the bloodline, and then so yeah, check this out. So Manasseh, okay, so Manasseh, and wait, let me go back over here. So First Chronicles chapter 7 verse. Oh yeah, but his concubine, the Aramites, bear Machir, the father of Gilead. So Gilead is a name of a man, and the place was named after him. Wait, let me explain this first. Just as how you can find here the word Shechem. Shechem is a town, yeah. In Ephraim, yes. But Shechem was a man. Genesis 34 and 2. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, so Shechem is a Hivite. I think this was the Hivite that raped Dinah. Yeah. But here, Genesis 33 and 18. Now Jacob came to Shalem, a city of Shechem. See, it's a place, but it's also a man, which is in the land of Canaan. I think the place was named after him, or he named after the place, which I don't know which one of them. When he came from Padan Aram and pitched his tent before the city. And what is Padan Aram, by the way? Where is it? Padan Aram is here. Haran. Padan Aram is the area, just like how you have New York, but then in New York you have Brooklyn, you have Queens. So Padan Aram is then New York, and then within New York you have Haran, or Padan Aram you have Haran. That's what it means. So go back over here. So basically Padan Aram, but Haran was there, and I'm gonna get to that later. Concerning what's up with that. So, and Shechem spake unto his father Hamor. How can Shechem then therefore be a city? It's a city also. Sorry, let me say it again. How can Shechem then therefore speak to a city? Can speak. That shows you that Shechem is a man, and the Hivite, Shechem the Hivite, because he's son of Hamor the Hivite. When Shechem the son of Hamor The Hivite, yeah. So he's a Hivite, but you had a place named Shechem, the city. Okay, the same thing for Seir. Now this is the book of Genesis chapter 14 verse 6. And the Horites, yeah, the Hamites, Canaanites, in Mount Seir. So Mount Seir is a place, right? Okay, in the land of Seir. Okay, you can see here it's in the land of Seir. Okay, and then if you read on, Genesis chapter 36 verse 20, these are the sons of Seir the Horite. So now you will see, like, wait a minute, Seir is a Horite, and the Horites in Mount Seir. So who was the land first belonging to? It belonged to the Horites. And then the Heavenly Father caused Esau to take over that land because Esau married into these people. If I'm correct, if you read this chapter, you would see it if I'm correct, right? So it says here, these are the sons of Seir, the Horite, who inhabited the land. So Seir, the man, had Laton, had Shobal, and Zebion, and Anna. And let me see. And Dajan is in Dishan, and these are the dukes of the Horites, right? So they were the dukes of the Horites. The children of Seir in the land of Edom. So they are the real people of Seir. But then later on, Seir was called the land of Edom. And then Mount Seir is basically where Esau resides, because he got that through having relations with these people. If I'm correct, if you read the chapter, you will see that he married into them, if I'm correct. I didn't read the chapter a long time, so sorry about that. If it's not here, then it's somewhere else. These are the dukes that came of Hori, among their dukes in the land of Seir. The land of Seir, the land of Edom is the same thing. But actually, the land of Seir refers to the Horites. But Esau took that land, and then it became the land of Edom. Yeah. So that's the same thing that happened with and happens with Gilead. But the book, the word Shechem is spelled like this here. But if you go to Genesis chapter 12, verse 6, it's spelled like this. Because it explains to you that Abraham came out of Haran, as he was told by the Heavenly Father, get out of thy country and from thy father's house, and go into the land of Canaan. Go into the land of Canaan. That's what the Lord told him, right? So it says here, and Abraham passed through the land unto the place of Shechem. They spelled it different because they're playing around. Unto the plain of Moreh. And the Canaanites was then in the land, because it was their land. You have to remember that. Before the Israelites came there, before the Edomites came there, the Canaanites were there. And they were there 400 years before Israel was even a nation. As you can see here, Genesis 15 and 13. And he said, the Heavenly Father said unto Abraham, know for surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs. That's Egypt. That's Mizraim, by the way, which is called Egypt, and shall serve them. And they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation, the Mizraim, whom they shall serve, will I judge. And afterward they shall come out with great substance. We got rich. Yeah, we worked for 400 years for free, so it's only a good thing that we take off all their gold and everything that they had, and their animals. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Even though Abraham, his fathers, were idol worshippers, yeah, he still, when he died, go to his fathers. That's how everybody goes. You go to your father, ain't no hell. They worshipped other gods, and still they will go to the same place. Or actually, Abraham, the friend of the Heavenly Father, will go to the same place where they are. So that shows you that they didn't go to hell for that awful thing that they were doing, which is idol worshiping. Now, if you look at the gods of Mesopotamia, you see a lot of shit over there, boy. A lot of shit. I'm telling you. Some filthy gods they got over there, man. Doing all kind. Look at Esau's gods, for example, doing all kind of sex manner, sexual deviant fornication type, vagabond shit. You know, minus the 007. They doing these things, man. Right? They're doing it. The Hamites too, the Mizraim and stuff like that. But anyway, that's another story. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace when you pass away. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age. So you're still going to see your fathers because they died before you. The book of Genesis 11 shows you that Terah died in Haran, which is a place. But there's also a man named Haran. But in the fourth generation, Genesis chapter 15, verse 16, but in the fourth generation there shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. So the Heavenly Father waited 400 years to take the Israelites out of Mizraim and bring them into the land of Canaan and kill off the Amorites. It took, that space was 400 years for them to gather up their wickedness. And what type of wickedness, you might be asking yourself, what they were doing in the land? Leviticus 18:3. After the doings of the land of Mizraim, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. Because they was wicked too. They was having sex with crocodiles and all that. Also sodomites. I think as Horus raped Seth. This is their god. This is their gods. Horus and Set. Check this out. Now, you can read the rest for yourself. I don't want to read it, but I have to do it for edification check. So, that don't even sound good. When Horus is drunk, Set seduced him to a sleepover in the to a sleepover the night. What? Oh, sorry. Set seduced him to come sleep over the night in one bed together. These are the gods of Egypt that these people worship nowadays. You have these so-called, how you call them things? Them Pan-African black Negroes that worship Zeth and Horus and all that type of stuff. This is why Esau loves them so much. Now you know why he represents them all over the damn place. He makes movies of them. Here. He makes movies. I think this is the one-eyed guy that they worship. This is the sun god Ra, whatever. The one-eyed dude. There's where you have the pyramid from. There's where you have the pyramid from, the thing. The all-seeing eye, actually. All-seeing eye, sorry. The all-seeing eye on the dollar bill. That's where you get that from. That's one of those two dudes, man. I don't know. The eye of Ra, the sun god. Then you have also Seth and... Look, I may be confusing. No, not confusing. I may be... not naming them good as to, I don't know which one is which. I never looked it up. You have this one, Osiris, then you have Horus and Seth and all this type of crazy stuff. I didn't deep myself within it. I just, hey man, weirdos. Anyway, so it says here, in one bed together, when lying together in one bed, the fact that you just went there, and the fact that he wanted you, how the hell do you seduce a man to sleep over a night in one bed? How the fuck do you do that? Unless he wanted to. See, that's what I'm talking about. Shit, I can't seduce a girl to come and lay with me. Actually, you can. You can lie to her. That's the dude. But that's a girl. That's natural. You can trick him. But a dude, what? What are you talking about, man? Anyway. So it says here, Seth. So while lying together in one bed, this is just crazy in itself, Seth grabs Horus and rapes him. Yep, that's exactly what it says right here. But Horus has tricked Seth. What? You tricked him? You should have put a blow-up doll in his bed, a male blow-up doll in his bed. That should have tricked him. But you went there. You ain't tricked nobody, man. His drunkenness was staged, so you was sober. That makes it even worse. Oh shit! This is just hilarious. And these are the people that they worship. You know, you have the so-called black Negroes that worship. I'll call them black people because that's what they are. They're not tribes. They're not. They have no name. They're just the color. You're just black. That's it. You're black people. You you're a continent. You African. Well, ask a nigga what tribe he from. He don't know. He just African. Ask a person from Africa what tribe he from. He gonna tell you like, okay, I'm from this to this, and da 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 da. You know. So anyway, they don't know shit, man. So anyway, his drunkenness was staged. Makes it even worse. He catches Seth's semen with his hands and hides it. For him to bust that nut, ejaculate, I should say in a formal word, as the CAUCUS would use it. For him to ejaculate, that means some rubbing was going on. This makes no fucking sense. Some rubbing had to have going on for them to even get to that. You see, this is why I don't want to read this, because this is filthy. Anyway, then hey, you can read the rest for yourself, man. This is what they have done. Just crazy. This is some crazy stuff. This is some crazy stuff, man. You know, but yeah, hey, that's what they were doing there in Mizraim. Okay, if you wanted to know, you know what? I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. Yeah, you had two girls, you had two dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of things that they do show on the they do make these type of things known. You know what I'm saying? So because Esau wants to push that type of mentality as it, I see your ancestors, the Hamites, I mean the black, your ancestors, you know what I'm saying, they was doing it too, so you can do it too. It's a normal thing. It's in your DNA, nigga, just like me. I mean Mr. African man, right? Leviticus chapter 18 verse 3. And after the doings of the land of Egypt wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. You see those things over there? Raping dudes and all that type of shit. I told you. 19. Judges 19 and sorry, I thought so. Judges 19 and 30. And it was so that all that saw it said, there was no such deed done nor seen from the day that the children of Israel came up from where? Out of the land of Mizraim unto this day. So who did they kind of emulate? Them. Consider of it. Take advice. And speak your minds. Unto this day. So that's what they did. That's what they did. So it says here, Leviticus 18 and 3. After the doings of the land of Egypt wherein ye dwelt, Mizraim, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. And what did they do in the land of Canaan and in the land of Egypt? I just read to you one thing. These are their gods. That's just these are their gods. These are their so-called gods. And by the way, gods are actually men. Some of them are actually demons that they worship, devils, and some of them are actually animals that they worship, like Baal. Some of them are, some of them people worship cats. Some of them people worship beetles. You had the so-called holy scarab of Egypt after a dung beetle. So a shit beetle. That's what they worship. They called it holy scarab. They called it the sacred scarab, holy sacred scarab thingy, a shit beetle. And they also worshipped, beetles do actually have wings, by the way, underneath that armor here. They actually do have wings. But the eagle, holy eagle. They also had the no, here, this one. wait, sorry. Eagle Pharaoh. What? You know, they worship these things, man. They worship these things. They had the eagle. Here, this one. Esau copied this one with the thing in his hand and stuff like that. American. American flag eagle thing. Dollar bill. That's what they copied. They took this. They took the Egyptians their thing. You know? They took the Egyptians their thing, and then they made their own thing, you know. Typical Edomite shit. At the same thing here. So that's crazy in itself. So now you know where they got that thing from. Well, you already know, but yeah. Anyways, more proof. So yeah, let me see something. And they was worshiping the sun, actually, because I just saw that. I saw that here. No. I saw it. I just saw it, but okay, maybe I clicked on this and then you know what? Leave it. Here, Pharaohs in Russia. Hieroglyphs. Yeah, this is what I saw actually. This one. But I saw it in color. Ah, no, it wasn't that. I don't know anymore. I don't know, but this is the picture that I just saw, but I saw a drawing thereof. But this is what they worshipped. Sun. They worshipped the sun. And yeah, that's what they did. So we shouldn't do those things that they were doing over there. And also, so you can read from verse 6, none of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him, family members, incest and stuff like that, to uncover the nakedness I am Yahweh, the nakedness of thy father, the nakedness of your mother. But they was doing those things, which they were doing in the land of Canaan, because it says right here. So verse 6, right? Verse 6 until verse 23. Defile not ye yourselves in any of these things. Verse 6 until verse 23. All those things. For in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. So they did that. They was doing that. Canaanites did that, and the Mizraim did that too. So therefore the Lord said, don't do that. Right? So it says here, Canaanite in the land, and let me see, Genesis chapter 12 verse 6. And Abram passed through the land unto the place of Shechem. Shechem, it says here, Shechem, unto the plain of Moreh. And the Canaanite was then in the land. They was in the land, okay? So it's the same thing concerning the word Shechem, which is a man, but there's also a place. Seir is a man, it's also a place. And then now I'm going to go back to the book of here. So, wait, I'm going to get to the First Chronicles. No. First Chronicle chapter 7, I'm going to get there. But, so Abraham had, sorry, here, let me go back up a little bit. So it says here that the concubine of Manasseh, who begot Machir, was a Aramean, right? But those people were actually, were actually Genesis 22 and 20. And it came to pass after these things that it was told Abraham, saying, Behold, Micah, she had also borne children unto thy brother Nahor, Huz his firstborn, and Buz his brother, and Kemuel the father of Aram. This is another Aram, by the way. And Chesed, and Hazor, and Pildash, and Jitlap, and Bethuel, And Bethuel begat Rebekah, which shows you that Isaac and Rebekah are family members. Isaac comes from Abraham, and Rebekah comes from Abraham, his brother, Nahor. So, Isaac and Rebekah are family members. Jacob and Rachel, Leah and Rachel are also family members. They're cousins. And so are Isaac and Rebekah. You could say cousins, you know. They're family. That's the point. They come from the same bloodline of Eber. So she's from Eber because her brother is from Eber. Her forefather is from Eber. Her grandfather, sorry. Isaac also comes from Eber because his father comes from Eber. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Nahor, Bethuel, and Rebekah. Right. Yeah. Let me see something. So, okay, let me go on. So it says here, Bethuel, and by the way, you can find this in the book of Genesis chapter 25. You can find that here. Genesis 25 and 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padan Aram. He was not a Syrian as how Syrian is Syrian as Aram in Genesis chapter 10. That Aram, that he's not that one. He is also from Eber, because his father is from Eber, and therefore his father is Nahor, and Nahor's brother is Abraham, and Abraham and Nahor come from Terah, and Terah comes from Eber, so they're all Hebrew. But just like Jacob and Esau, they have a different nation line, you can say. They're separated, right? Syrian of Padan Aram, the sister to Laban the Syrian. So Rebekah is sister to Laban, and therefore Laban, his children, are also family to Jacob. And it is the same thing as let me see. It's the same thing as this. You had, this is in the book of Matthew chapter 1, the bloodline of Joseph, which is from King David. And this is in the book of Luke chapter 3, Matthew chapter 1, and this is Luke chapter 3, from Nathan unto Mary. She's also the bloodline of David. So you can find that here, Matthew 1. As you can see, King David is mentioned here, and then come Jacob and Joseph. And Luke chapter 3, you can see King David is mentioned here, but this time his son Nathan, and the other one was King Solomon. And so it comes from Abraham, David, Nathan, Heli, and then Heli was the father-in-law to Joseph, so that's why he was his son, because he's his son-in-law by law, because he married unto his daughter, which is Mary. Mary to Mary. Funny. Mary to Mary. Right. So that's that part. And then I'll go okay, back to Genesis 22. I hope I'm not confusing you. Sorry. So they're family. So now Genesis chapter 22 verse 23. And Bethuel begat Rebekah. These 8 Milcah did bear to Nahor, Abraham's brother. So they're family, right? But I have a point of talking about this. And his concubine, that's why the scripture says that in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 23 verse 7, thou shalt not abhor a Syrian. It says Edomite, but it's actually a Syrian. Aram. And that's why we married unto them. But anyway, that's one of the reasons we married unto them. And his concubine, whose was whose name was Reuma, she bare also Teba and Gaham and Tahash and Makah. So here you had Makahites. They were there. And the Geshurites. So these are people of Aram, but they're actually the children of Nahor. Where was I? Sorry. No. Right, the children of Nahor. So Genesis chapter 24, verse 3. And I will make thee swear by Yahweh. This is what Abraham said. The power of heaven and the power of the earth, that thou shalt not take a wife unto my son Isaac, of the daughters of the Canaanites among whom I dwell, because he went to there. But thou shalt go unto my country and to my kindred, and take a wife unto my son Isaac. This is why the scripture says that Deuteronomy 26:5, and thou shalt speak and say before Yahweh thy power, a Syrian ready to perish was my father. This is Abraham. And he went down to Egypt and sojourned there with a few. You can also add, how you call him? Jacob to that. But it's actually talking about, it started with Abraham. And became there a nation, great, mighty, and populous. That's Abraham, right? And then, of course, also Jacob, but Abraham first and foremost, as it was mentioned here. Where was it again? Hebrews, I think. Or was it Galatians? I think it's Galatians 3. I'm not sure. Sorry. You know what? I have it in my book here, so let me double check that. Where was it again? Oh yeah, Deuteronomy 26. And Hebrews 11. I think it was, right? Yeah. Hebrews 11:12. And therefore sprang there even one, and him as good as dead, because he made children with Sarah. So many as the stars of the sky in multitude, and as the sand which is by the seashore innumerable. That's Abraham. Through faith. That's talking about Abraham. You can read the rest of here. By faith, Abraham. You can read the rest for yourself if you have the time. And of course, with Jacob and Isaac and stuff like that. Isaac and Jacob. Right, so that's talking about Abraham, this one. So he was called a Syrian. Why? Because he came from that land. And why did it say that? Well, he said it here. But thou shalt go unto my country, and to my kindred, family members, and take a wife unto my son Isaac. And I just read it, of who the kindreds are, in the book of Leviticus 18. Then the Lord said, thou shalt not lay and have sex with your kindred, your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, and stuff like that. Don't do that. But their descendants, yeah. So it says here, go to there. And where was that? If you go to the book of Genesis 11, you will see that. Let me see. 31. And Terah took Abraham his son, and Lot the son of Haran his son's son, and Sarai his daughter-in-law, his son's son Abraham's wife, and they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees, to go into the land of Canaan, and they came unto Haran and dwelt there. So Haran, let me go on, wait. And the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. So they went to Haran, right? And then Genesis 12, which I think I have here, yeah. Genesis 12, verse 1. Now Yahweh had said unto Abraham, get thee out of thy country. What country? And from thy kindred. What kindred? And from thy father's house, from his brother and his families and stuff like that, and from his father, and from the country where he was from, which is the land of Aram. That whole region there was called Aram, as you can see it here. It says here, the names Syria, Assyria, Mesopotamia, Babylon, etc. stem from the Greeks. You can read the rest for yourself if you have the time. The point is, the old, true, and single name of these lands, multiple with S, is Aram. That is what it is. And Aram is Syria, right? I'll put this link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself if you have the time. So, and I will make the degradation, dun 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 dun. And then he went from Haran, he went into the land of Canaan. So where did he send a child? Sorry, where? Wow, here? No, here. Sorry. So where did he send his servant? He sent his servant to go to his country, to his kindred. And where was that? That was in the place called Haran. So where is that? That's called here. There is where Jacob also went to go get his wives, which are the children of his mother Rebekah's brother Laban. And that's it. Right. Okay, so this is Genesis 12. Yeah, I got that. Okay. Sorry. Here, okay, going back to here again. So the Manasseh, the people of Manasseh, right, are, let me here. I went to all this, and okay, so let me go back to over here again. First Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. The sons of Manasseh, Ashriel, whom she bare, but his concubine, the Arametes, she's from Aram, which is the people of Nahor. Now you actually had people of the actual people Aram, which also were in that region, which are also Shemites, right? Here. And the children of Aram, Uz, and Hul, and Gether, and Mush. The land of Uz is where Job was dwelling. Here. Job 1 and 1. There was a man in the land of Uz. He was in the land of Aram. Syria was called Aram. This actually is Aram. Assyria is Ashur. But they also spoke the language of Aram. Mesopotamia is also Aram. Babylon is also Aram. The Greeks changed that. And you might ask yourself like, how then? Because it shows you here that Aram was the last son of Shem. But just like how you have just like how you have Manasseh first and Ephraim second, Ephraim became greater than his firstborn brother. Well, that's the same thing with Aram. They kind of became greater because everybody started to speak this language instead of, but they're the same people. So they all spoke the same language at the beginning. Later, the Lord confounded them. But then a big portion of it, their languages fell upon him. And Ashur was definitely writing his language, Aram. They kept the same thing, but they all called it Aram, the language of Aram. Right. So Just like how you have Job living in the land of Aram, which is called Syria nowadays. He is not Assyrian, but he is Assyrian. You get that? It's like you're not an American, but you are an American, aren't you? You're living in the land of America, but America was named after a man. Americo Vespucci, if I'm correct. So are you a family of Americo Vespucci? No. So everybody that really comes from him, his bloodline, those are real Americans. Everybody, if a Chinese person goes to live in America, you think he's an American man? He's not an American, but he will be called an American, especially when he goes back to his China land. And then those Chinese people will call him, oh, that is Xing Flang Fu, the American. Ah, you are American. Yeah, you're American. You know, they will call their fellow Chinese man that lives in America. He probably, and that Chinese dude that lived in America for like, since he grown up, when he goes back to China, he probably talks like this. Well, I came here to profess myself to be a Chinese American or American Chinese. Because they think they're CAUCUS people. That's why the book of Second Esdras explains to you like Asia been a partakers of Babylon. Because they suck CAUCUS beans. That's what they do every day of their lives. Yeah. It's in their mouth. That's how they talk. That's how they want to be. He here even in the Netherlands, when you hear these Asiatic people talk, it's just not all of them. I'll tell you that, not all of them, but still. So Machir and Machir, First Chronicles 7:15, and Machir took to wife the sister of Hupim and Shupim. Funny names, but in the Hebrew it's spelled different, by the way. Whose sister name was Ma'acha, is the same thing as their forefather, which is a name that is also given unto women. Men and women have the same name. Micah also. You have Micah, a man name, the book of Micah, but you have Micah, the daughter of Benjamin, so the daughter of Saul, ex-King Saul, that he gave to King David, and then King David made her die without having sex with her for punishment. Yeah, she was also called Micah. And Noah, you had also women named Noah. And of course, everybody knows Noah from the book of Genesis chapter 6, if I'm correct. But you had women named Noah. And I think Zelophehad, his daughters would name Noah. One of his daughters was named Noah. But anyway, let me go on. This one, I think one of his daughters was named Noah. I'll get to that later. And the name of the second was Zelophehad. And Zelophehad had daughters. Okay, wait, let me read on. And Micah, the wife of Machir, bare a son, and she called his name Perez. And the name of his brother was Sheresh. And his sons were Ulam and Rakem. And the sons of Ulam, Bedan. Okay. These were the sons of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh. So Gilead was a man, and then the land was named after him, or he was named after the land. I'm not after the land. I'm not sure which one is what. But I think the land was named after him. Yeah, because Machir took it over. But anyway, he became the father of Gilead, of the place, but also the man. So Machir became the father of Gilead, but he is the father of the son he had that was named Gilead. And Machir became the father of the place that was named Gilead. But yeah. And you had another Manassite. His name was called Shechem. So now you have another Shechem. You have the Hamite named Shechem, the Canaanite, which is a Hamite. You have the place named Shechem. And you also had in Shechem, you had a place called Shalem, which is Shalom, which is peace. And then you had a Manassite, which was called Shechem. Okay. So, yeah, that's all there. And, well, the point is that in Gilead, you had the Manassites living there. So now let me go back to Judges 21. Let me see if I covered everything. Yeah, Job, Heber. this is the same thing. You can read it. It's also in the book of First Chronicles, but you can read this one also if you have the time. The point of me bringing this up is because the name here was changed compared to the Chronicles. I think somebody else wrote that. Well, let's just say this. I know that the Edomites translated it, because if you go to the Hebrew, it's actually the same word. The English people translated it into this craziness. You know, they here, Genesis 12. I clicked it away. In Genesis 12, they named it Shechem instead of Shechem, or Shechem instead of Shechem. So they do what they want to do, but the Lord is going. Oh, but here I didn't see it. The Lord is going to help us figure it out. Eventually, He will guide you. So that's what He does. Without Him, we would be destroyed, lost, and destroyed. You know. So I'm going back to here, Judges 21, and let me see. Judges 21 and oh yeah, so 12. And then I'm gonna make another part. I'm gonna read this, and I'm gonna make another part, and that's the last part. Yeah, that's the last part. It's not that far. So Judges 21 and 12. And they found among the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead 400 young virgins, which were Manassites. As you can see here, Numbers 26 verse 29. Of the sons of Manasseh, of Machir, the family of the Machirites, and Machir begat Gilead. Of Gilead come the family of the Gileadites. Numbers 27 and 1. Then came the daughters of Zelophehad, the Manassite, the son of Hefer, the Manassite, the son of Gilead, the Manassite, the son of Machir. Machir made other family line. It's not that they are separated, but the ones that came from his son were called Gileadites, and the others that came from Machir were called, I think it was here then, here, were called Machirites. Machirites. Of Machir, the family of the Machirites. Machir begat Gilead. Of Gilead come the family of the Gileadites. But it's like this here with the book of Numbers chapter 3. Right? Numbers chapter 3, sorry. Numbers chapter 3, you have here 17. And these were the sons of Levi by their name, Gershon and Kohath and Merari, right? And these are the names of the sons of Gershon by their families, Libnah and Shimei. Okay, so you had the Gershonites that come from Gershon. You had let me start here. You had the Libnites, of Gershom was the family of the Libnites, because Gershom had his son, Libni and Shimei. And the family of the Shemites. Shemites. These are the families of the Gershonites. So he's a Gershonite, but he is then their father of the Libnites. And the Shemites, he is the father of the Shemites. But the Shemites and the Libnites are all Gershonites. It's the same thing with here. The Gileadites are also Machirites, but they just had another name because he had other sons also. So then those are the Machirites, and then he became a big one in Israel, so his family was called the Gileadites. And of course you had from him, Gilead, you had the Jazer, which is one of his sons. And what was that family called? They were called the Jezerites. But they are Gileadites. And they are Machirites, because they come from Machir. And he, as an individual, came from Gilead. But these are Machirites, these are Machirites, which is this one, and these are Machirites also, which is also from this one. But they just had a different name to separate themselves from, not separate as in we're not family no more, as in Jacob and Esau, or Ishmael and Isaac, not that type of separation, but more as a distinguishing. Right. More as to distinguish, like, hey, where you from? Oh, you from, from Jazeer. Oh yeah. But we all know you came from Gilead. But yeah, you still just, I got it. Right. Basically distinguish. Right. So going back to over here. Oh yeah. Another part.